So hey everybody, this is me Raman Karthik. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, please go and subscribe and don't forget to click on that bell icon to get more updates. So in this video, we bring the terrifying true stories that your favorite horror movies are based on. So the horror films have produced some of the most iconic figures in pop culture like Ghostface or Pennywise. But not all the scary movies are completely fictional. Some of the most chilling films are actually based on real life. For example, The Conjuring was based on real life Perron family. So in this video, I bring you some 10 gruesome real life tales that some of the all-time best scary movies are based on. So if you like it and keep watching till the end, and comment me down below which was your favorite film. So let's go to the list. So as I said, Conjuring is about Perron and Perron family and their traumatic experiences they are having in their new Rhode Island home. So the Perrons, the family consists of a husband Roger, wife Carolyn, and their five daughters. Moved into what was known as the Old Arnold Estate in 1970s. Almost immediately, the family reported paranormal activity such as floating or moving furniture, doors opening and closing, disembodied sounds, and even being pushed and pulled and heard by unseen spirits. Upon calling in paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine, they found that the property was haunted by various ghosts, but that one particularly malevolent spirit called Bathsheba was preying on them. Bathsheba, who lived in on the property in the 1800s, have been suspected Satanist and was charged for the violent murder of her first child. So this was about the Conjuring movie. Uh, so let's go to the next. That is Conjuring 2. Is about a girl being possessed by a demon in London. So, as the first part, the second part is also based on real life story, and this all, as we all know, Conjuring series is based on Ed and Warren's real life haunting experiences, as they were in paranormal investigators. Their cases were taken as movies. So, the hot son family reported experiencing unusual phenomena in their London home in August 1977, like furniture flying through the air and the objects hurling towards witnesses. Most famously, however, Janet, one of the three Hodgson children, claimed she was being possessed by a man named Bill Wilkins. It was later confirmed that a man by that name did in fact live in the house and died there of a brain hemorrhage. While Janet did admit that around 2% of the haunting was made up, she maintains that the Enfield poltergeist was real. You can listen to the audio of her while she was allegedly possessed to make up your own mind. So with this, we'll go to the next. That is Annabelle creation, and Annabelle comes home. Tell the story of Annabelle, an evil doll that terrorizes her own owner. Annabelle is a doll that is believed to be imbued with an evil spirit. Even recently, this doll was stolen. Like that, there were rumors, but we don't know how true it is. But coming back to the topic, while the real life Rajri Ann doll, which can be viewed at the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut, is much less creepy looking than her movie counterpart. She is said to have terrorized her own owner. Um, the story of the doll begins in 1970 when a nurse received it as a birthday gift from her mother. She soon began to notice that the doll would change position by itself. She then started finding creepy notes with the messages like "Help me" written on them, and allegedly, she once found the doll leaking blood. Once again, the parents were contacted for help. According to them, the doll wasn't possessed but being manipulated by a spirit. They cleansed the home and took the doll to their museum. where it remains to this day. So, with this, let's go to the next. That is, Amityville Horror connects the murder of DeFeo family with the demonic presence in the house. On November 13th, 1974, at 3:15 a.m., Ronald Fio Jr. stole his father's shotgun and murdered his entire family in their home in Amityville, New York, claiming that voices in the house made him to do it. He was later convicted and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. A year later, the Lutz family moved into the home and claimed to experience paranormal activity almost immediately. George, the patriarch of the Lutz family, claimed to wake up frequently at 3:15 a.m., the time of the murders, and hear gunshots. His daughter Missy gained an imaginary friend Jody, which was also the name of a Diofio daughter. Missy says she did not know anything about the murders at the time. The Lutz family fled their home only 28 days after moving in, the sparking one of the greatest debates in the paranormal history. Is the Amityville home haunted? So, comment me down below. Is it haunted? So, let's go to the next in the list. The Haunting in Connecticut is about the family that moved into a former funeral home, which turns out to be haunted. The Haunting in Connecticut is based on plight of Snedeker family, changed to Campbell in the movie. The Snedekers moved into a new home in the 80s to be closer to the University of Connecticut Cut's hospital since their son Philip was undergoing treatment for cancer. The family soon realized that the house they had moved in to used to be a funeral home. According to the mother, Carmen Philip quickly became withdrawn and angry and started seeing a ghostly man who would tell him to lash out. She eventually sent him away, though it's unclear whether he went to stay with family or whether she had him committed. There are reports of both. Either way, after Philip left, things allegedly got a lot worse for the rest of the family. Eventually, called in a priest to perform exorcism, as well as the Warrens who made yet another appearance. So the next in the list is Veronica. Veronica is about a Spanish teenager who used a Ouija board to contact dead loved one with disastrous consequences. The film is based on a real Spanish teenager whose death was never solved. In 1992, a student named Estefania performed a makeshift seance at her high school. A few months later, she died in the hospital after experiencing the seizures and claiming to see shadowy figures. The story gets even stranger. A year after the girl died, her parents called the police because they were experiencing paranormal activity similar to the shadowy figure their daughter had reported. The police was skeptical until they too heard disembodied noises. The official report called the home a situation of mystery and rarity, but we don't know what it is. So let's go to the next. Strangers is a terrifying look into the mindset of monsters who commit crimes just because they can. So the poster of The Strangers claims that the film was inspired by the true events, though it's more of an amalgam of a few terrifying true tales. Directed by Brian Bertino, said he drew his main inspiration from an experience from his childhood. As a kid, I lived in a house on a street in the middle of nowhere. One night, while our parents were out, somebody knocked on the front door, and my little sister answered it. At the door were some people asking for somebody. that didn't live there. We later found out that these people were knocking on doors in the area, and if no one was home, breaking into the house. The Bertino has also cited the Manson murders and unsolved murders of the Sharp family, known as the Keddy cabin murders. So with this, we'll go to the we go to the Exorcist, one of the most beloved horror films of all time. Is about a preteen girl who becomes possessed by demon. The Exorcist is based on the story of 14-year-old boy known as Ronaldo, who began exhibiting strange behavior in 1949. His family reported furniture moving on its own, scratches all over Doe's body, and loud disembodied voices. After a cross country move and no change in the Doe's strange behavior, his family enlisted the help of the Catholic Church. One of the priests involved the Doe case, Father Raymond Bishop, kept a diary. One of his entries stated at midnight, the fathers planned to give Ronald, Holy Communion, but Satan would have no part of it. Even while this institution of the Blessed Sacrament was explained, his body was badly scratched and branded. The word hello was printed on his chest and thigh. Eventually, after multiple attempts, the demon was exorcised and Doe returned to normal. He never spoke of the incident publicly. So let's go to the next, that is Exorcism of Emily Rose. Is also about a girl possessed by a demon. The story of Annalise Mitchell, renamed Emily Rose in the film, is a tragic. When Mitchell was 17, she experienced the first symptoms of her possession. She was diagnosed with epilepsy uh, and given medication to help the treat, but the meds didn't help. Mitchell continued to have seizures and began to claim she was having visions and hearing voices telling her she was a sinner. She was depressed and turned to religion. At her peak, she was uh, genuflecting, that is, kneeling 600 times a day, eventually rupturing her knee ligaments. By the time Mitchell was 23, she had been treated with dozens of different medications. Nothing helped and had gone 67 exorcism in 10 months. She eventually stopped eating and died of starvation in 1976. Her parents and two of her priests were later found guilty of negligent homicide for allowing her to starve. And so the next in the list is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Describes a group of hitchhikers that pick the wrong family to catch a ride from. They end up being cannibals. The main villain of Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a Leatherface who was based on real life killer Ed Jane. Jane, who grew up in La Crosse, Wisconsin in the early 1900s, was obsessed with his mother. He rarely interacted with anyone besides her. When she died, he spiralated, known as the Butcher of Plainfield. He is suspected to have killed several victims, but more disturbingly, took to robbing the graves of recently buried women. He used their body parts to create a woman's suit that he wore, pretending to be his mother. He also had lamps, belts, and bowls made out of human body parts. So, with this, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Soon there will be the second part of this, which will have another set of haunted movies. Hope you like this. Comment me down below which was your favorite. Thank you.